So hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Working Lunch with Shark and Minnow. So over the last 2 years, the role of a CEO has been really tested in some unusual ways, and I'm here to talk a little bit about how the role has changed as a result of the pandemic and what I think is going to be important for CEOs to remember at any organization as we move into the future. The first thing that I think is important for most CEOs is to reframe and refocus on the what and the why, and to think about how what you're doing at your company contributes to either reason or revenue. If what you're doing doesn't contribute to both of those categories, then you need to think about if it's mission-driven and if it should stay a part of what you do and offer to your clients moving forward. That doesn't mean that you can't continue to offer those services, but it may mean that you're not the one performing those tasks and that you need to find another associate or a brand right vendor for you to share those responsibilities with so that you can provide a combined solution to your clients. The second thing that I think is critically important for CEOs is that they get back to their mantra. So for me, I often think about what are the top 3 things that I can do today to move my organization forward. What's really hard about doing that is that sometimes you're not going to get to everything on your to-do list, and you have to begin to be comfortable with that and make a plan for how you're going to get all of those things done that you need to get done. Make space in your calendar for things to get done as you are able to tend to them. This is the only way that you're going to be able to focus on the things that will actually bring meaning and revenue into your organization. The third thing that I think is really critical to focus on is that you make time to spend with your top performing talent. A lot of times CEOs will get bogged down with focusing on underperformers, whereas you should really be focusing on pushing your top performers forward and making sure that they're getting everything that they need to move forward in their career. The fourth point that I think is critically important, and I know has been important for me in my career, is that you focus on smashing the glass ceiling from the top down and not forcing people to always be the ones to smash it from the bottom up. I think it's critically important to support people up on their journey and to look for ways to eliminate those barriers for people that don't typically find themselves in rooms or around the table in industries like yours. The fifth thing on my list today is making more time for visioning. Think about what's going to happen in the next year in your industry, the next decade, and make sure that you're doing the right things now to prepare your company for resiliency so that you leave your company, if you're thinking about an exit, for example, in good hands, or that you make it the most sustainable that it can be for the next generation of leaders. My final point today is to have you recognize your role as the chief corporate citizen. I think it's really important to model for your staff how to use your hours and your dollars to drive impact in your industry and in your community. And if you model this for them, that will permeate throughout your organization. So this has been another exciting Working Lunch. Again, as always, please let me know what you'd like to hear us talk about on our next episode. And until then, bon appetit.